Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Also, if you're interested in courses or books, or you have ideas on how to improve these content, please check out the link in the description box. Hi everyone, in this video we will take a look at solving estimation math questions. These are typical questions that are asked in interviews. So the point of these questions are to see the thinking pattern behind solving these questions instead of just the precise number basically. So one question we'll try today is how many mattresses are sold in the US per year. So the way one of the many ways we can approach this problem is we can think of who are the buyers of mattresses, and then we can start with some assumptions on those different groups of buyers. So here I have written down households, hotels, hospitals, and prisons. So these are some of the big bucket buyers who buy mattresses or who would be using mattresses, households being the biggest one, right? So in the US, so let's take a look at the population or the size of the market. So in the US, we know it's around 125 million households. So this is not population, this is number of households, just an estimate. So these are numbers that I have looked up on the internet and then rounded up. But essentially, when we would be solving it in an interview where we don't really know the precise answers, we can basically estimate these numbers and take an educated guess. So here in this case, I'll take 125 million for US households, 91,000 hotels, 6,000 hospitals, and 5,000 prisons. And then we need to look at the utilization ratio. So what percentage of these market size of this market would actually be purchasing this product. And so for households, we know every household has on average a mattress. And so I'll just take it to be 99% in this case. Hotels, so every hotel has to have mattresses in their rooms. So 100% utilization for hotels, 100% utilization for hospitals as well. And in prisons, prisons may not necessarily be operating at 100% capacity. So that means not necessarily all of the prison beds are full. So I'm just assuming 96% of utilization here. So when we multiply the market size with the utilization rates, we get the number of users, which is 123.75 million for households, 91,000 for hotels, 6,000 for hospitals, and 4.8 thousand for prisons. And then let's try to guess the number of mattresses per user. So for households, I'm going to take the guess of 2. So let's say in one household, on an average, there is a father and a mother and a child. And in that case, the couple would be using one bed and one mattress, and the other children would be using one mattress. So 2 mattresses on average for households. And that gives us 250 million mattresses. And likewise, I'm assuming that there are on average 200 rooms in each hotel. So we can also segment this into large, medium, and small hotels. And then, maybe the small ones have 50 rooms, the larger ones have 500 rooms, and we can also approach this in that way. But I've just gone a more simpler way. And here I've just assumed on average 200 rooms per hotel. So 91,000 hotels times 200 rooms. So that number of mattresses. And similarly, I've also assumed 200 hospital beds in each hospital on average. So that's 1.2 million mattresses for hospitals. And likewise, I have assumed 500 beds in each prisons. So that gives me around 2.4 million mattresses in prisons in total. So now definitely there can be another category like others category, or we can think of other types of businesses or users. So we can also add that, but let's complete the calculation. So then we can add up all of these numbers, and that will give us a total of 272 approximate. And if we assume a 10-year replacement cycle, so that is every 10 years these users are buying one new mattress, then we just have to divide this number by 10, and that gives us 27.2 million mattresses being sold in the US per year. So I actually looked up the actual number. It's close to 35 million. So I mean, based on just rational reasoning and guess, we are pretty close to that number. And we know we can also bring another category called others, and we can add a few 100,000 here as well. So that will take us really close to the real answer. And so this is just a demonstration of one way how we can approach these questions that are asked in typical interviews. If you like my videos and find them helpful, then please support my work by subscribing to the channel.